After more than 40 years and a 3-week-long trial, the jury has found 59-year-old Marvin Markle guilty of first-degree murder and use of a deadly weapon. His victim was 14-year-old Deanna Lynn Johnson. The year was 1982. Johnson's body was found on train tracks a block away from her home. 88-year-old Joseph Munoz, who is now retired, was the lead detective on the case.
Remember seeing her lying there with her head all bashed in with a big piece of concrete found on the side. A lot of blood come from her head. Her head was just battered really bad.
Chief Deputy District Attorney Paul Sequeira handled the case.
There was more than 1 or 2 minutes of strangulation.
Officials say the young woman had attended a house party where she met Markle, who was then 17.
People involved in drinking beer, people involved in doing drugs. These are a lot of them. Most of them are teenagers.
The former detective says Markle had always been a lead suspect.
I was watching this guy like a hawk.
But the murder remained unsolved.
I always had like a heavy piano or something on my shoulders, thinking, I'm going to go to my grave, and this guy's still going to be out running around.
Part of the reason it went cold in the early 80s was the forensic technology wasn't where it was today.
That's until the case was picked back up in 2002. After the murder, police requested partygoers give them their clothing. Markle obliged after washing his items. And years later, the DNA that had been found on his shoes became a crucial piece of evidence.
Kind of ran a swab around the ridge inside as she pulled it apart and came up with a positive presumptive for blood, and then got some DNA off it. And it was the defendant's DNA.
The Department of Justice also found his DNA on the victim's fingernails. Markle was finally arrested in 2017. At the time, he was already serving a life sentence for the 2001 murder of then 41-year-old Shirley Platt. Munoz faced Markle in court when he testified and shares some of the other important testimony.
His own sister testifies that, he's telling his own mother, I killed a girl in Vacaville. She'd tell him to shut up.
The jury reached a guilty verdict on Thursday.
The weight that was on my shoulders for all these years, taken off. I felt so darn good.
Johnson's mother says her daughter can finally rest in peace. As of now, Markle's sentencing is set for May 16th. Reporting in Solano County, covering local news that matters, Juliette Smith, Fox 40 News.